So Cheryl, I don't think you realize that you laid with dogs that have fleas. You were so invested in slandering me to anybody that would listen, even though it's been 25 years. You laid with dogs that have fleas to do it. Now you realize they're all combing through your shit right now, right? I've had you blocked from all of my social media since 2002 when we had to get a restraining order against you. That I'm not even sure if that had an expiration. I'm going to have to go down to the courthouse and get a copy of that and see if it had an expiration. I don't know. I can't remember if it did or it didn't. But I've had you blocked from my social media since 2002, when you came down here to Ohio and sat across the street all day watching my house. And after all this time, there's just something I don't think you realize, because you pour a bunch of alcohol in yourself and then you make stupid choices, right? Because I think you look like a hero to people, and the problem is you only look like a hero to about 100 just nasty, filthy dirtbags that were abusing, slandering, doxing, and stalking 4 innocent women. And trust me, I can tell you their names and you can ask them. Okay? And I put a stop to that shit. That's why they were so eager to have you come on and slander me. So they tricked you. But after all this time, I think it's just crazy that you still have me on your mind, that you would still be interested in my life. I've been remarried for 22 years. And the fact that you would even go to the trouble to make a bogus account so you could nib shit in my life is just astounding to me after 25 long years. You never moved on. You've never had any long-term relationship with anyone. And it's sad. It's just sad. And I know you think it made you look like a hero, right? But to fair-minded people, what they see is somebody that just never got over it. It just doesn't look good that you're still invested in me 25 years after the fact, 22 years after I got remarried to someone else. I left there and I have never bothered you. Ever. I've never contacted a single person in your family, never called you, bothered you, came near you, did anything to you. I left you. I moved on with my life. And the only time I've ever had any contact with you was to try to have visitation with my son, that you have always stood in the way. Every rational person knows that you cannot have a legit job and not pay child support. You would go to jail. They'll come and arrest you, right? You don't have a choice. They take it out of your check. You don't have a choice. You can't say, well, I don't want to pay. If you have a legit job, they take it right out of your check. And I was paying child support the day I left Wisconsin. And I have never stopped paying it. And Cheryl, the first minute our son steps foot in my house, I'm going to dump all my paycheck stubs out on the table, because I knew this day would come. I know you slandered me to him, and I know you've tried to tell him I didn't pay support, And so I've saved every paycheck stub, every one of them. I've got my full child support payment schedule. And I'm going to put it in his face 1 minute after he comes in the door, just so he knows you lied to him. And secondly, and most importantly, I'm going to tell you right now, I want you to leave me and my wife alone and not bother us. Or we will have an online discussion about why you owe the state child support.